Thanks for coming to our race weekend. Extremely excited about everything we got going on this upcoming weekend, but we got a lot of other things to talk about. And to get things started here, we got Patrick Judge with GEICO, Casey Mears, driver of the GEICO Chevrolet, number 13, and Grant Lynch, who is the chairman here of Talladega Superspeedway. And Grant, I'll go and turn it to you. We also got the GEICO Gecko with us as well. Grant, I'll turn it over to you to tell about a great announcement.
Yeah, I guess it was 4 years ago, we started partnering with our friends from GEICO, and the first race they did here, I can't describe all the things they did right out of the box that were just so unique. The sky typing, I'm at the Auburn game, here comes a Talladega banner by the Auburn game talking about your race at Talladega, and out of the box we just knew that these were great people. We worked with them to actually move them from the fall to the spring, and that's been a great fit for them as well. And so they have decided to re-up with us for another 3 years, and we really appreciate that. They're the kind of sponsors that any of the racetrack guys in here would love to have at their racetrack, and we're just so happy to re-up with them. But they didn't quit there. They're now going to sponsor the GEICO Restart Zone, and you'll see it on our racetrack here. This is the first place it's been, and they'll be at all of the ISC facilities minus California for the Restart Zone. So that's another commitment where they're giving back to the sport, and this shows you the kind of folks they are and the kind of sponsor that we love having here at Talladega. So thank you, Patrick. Thank your company. Y'all have been nothing but class to deal with, and I hope you'll stay many, many more years.
Absolutely. Thank you, Grant. We've really enjoyed the relationship here with Talladega and ISC the last couple of years. It's really blossomed into a great relationship. The first year we were here, like you said, we really hit the ground running, really have done a full activation all around, and we're really looking forward to the Restart Zone going forward. It's it's just a true testament of the partnership we've had with ISC and Talladega. That's one thing that we've really emphasized in-house at our office. And from the top down, we couldn't be happier to be here and be a part of it, and we're looking forward to another great 3 years.
You can also look at the screens, the television screens here, and you can sort of see a rendition of the GEICO Restart Zone. Again, we've already got it painted, ready to go for this weekend as well. Casey, talk about just racing here at Talladega. I know you've been with GEICO for a long period of time, but racing here at Talladega, you've always been pretty good here.
No, it's always been, GEICO Chevrolet has always been quick when we come here to Talladega. I feel like we've, not that you can really have a strategy here at this place, but we seem to, work our way to the front when it comes to Talladega and run the super speedways. And I think them, GEICO sponsoring the Restart Zone is a great idea. Obviously GEICO's done a really good job with continuing to grow in the NASCAR community, and to see them get more involved is always exciting. And the Restart Zone's a great way to do it. I mean, it's been getting a lot of attention lately with NASCAR opening up the Restart Zones, giving the drivers a little bit more leeway, which I think is a good thing, because back in the old days, old days, when you restarted a race, you could restart it in the center of 3 and 4. There was really a lot of control from the leader to start the race when he wanted to, and I think getting a little bit more leeway with that's been good, and you see it determining a lot of the results of these races, whether or not the leader or the guy that's in second place gets a better restart. Obviously with a late race caution can really determine the results of these races. So exciting to be here with these guys. It's exciting to see GEICO continually get involved with our sport and support it, and it's a fun relationship, and look forward to being a part of the race here on Sunday.
You can see it on the screen, Casey. I know probably. Have you had trouble sometimes knowing exactly where the Restart Zone is at some tracks? If you see this one, you can't miss it, huh?
Yeah, this one you won't miss for sure. I've had a pretty good idea where it's been over the last few years, but definitely bringing a lot more attention to it this weekend. So, like I said, it's exciting. Like the number one thing is just to see the GEICO's commitment. They continue to support what we love, the sport of NASCAR, and it's neat to see them get more involved.
One thing to take note of is that we are the only GEICO Restart Zone for 2016. The rest of the tracks will be implemented next year in 2017. The GEICO Gecko, you have any comments? I don't think he does. How about some questions out there? Stan.
Stan Creekmore with Outside the Box. I'm sorry, I have the same problem you have. Mr. Gecko, how important have you been personally to making Casey Mears a better driver?
Well, you know, what I usually do is give him a little bit of insight just before the start of the race, and then
No, I'm just that was my best impression. He's probably a little mad about his voiceover right now.
That's good stuff. Mr.
It
Pockris. Bob Pockris up front here.
I have two questions. First for Grant. There seemed to be a little bit of battle back and forth between tracks and NASCAR for who's going to be able to sell the restart zone. How important was it to you guys to have that as one of your assets?
Well, it's a nice asset to have. It is located on our racetrack. It makes sense that we would be able to monetize that since it's the Talladega Superspeedway restart zone. And when you can throw all the rest of the tracks in together, all of a sudden the sponsor is getting a whole lot more than just one racetrack. So it made good sense to tie us all in, and they stepped right up to the plate for everybody except California. And so I think it's a great fit for both of us again.
And for Patrick, can you say, does this increase your total racing spend as far as what you do with tracks for next year? Or I know you do a lot of campsite sponsorships. Are you moving that to the restart zone? Or can you...
It has increased the spend just a little bit. We are continuing our campground sponsorship as well going forward. So this is it's just all tied together in one big package as well.
Questions? Kenny?
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. First for Grant, looking ahead to next year, this year you guys are in an elimination race. Next year you won't be, I believe. I would think you guys obviously would want to be in an elimination race to get the buzz and everything that's going on. How will you guys try to sell that next year with it being changed like that?
Well, I think we would prefer to stay where we are, but as my daughter Ashley tells me, it doesn't matter where you are in the chase, you're going to be the knockout race. So I think if you ask the drivers, and we've got one here, and he mentioned it at the start, it's one of the places where they come to race that you're not sure exactly what's going to happen, and I understand that you're probably not going to find many drivers that are going to pick Talladega as their favorite racetrack, but I know this. When they do what they can do at Talladega Superspeedway, it cannot be duplicated at any other racetrack in any other series. And when you watch it live or on TV, especially live, it'll take your breath away. The bravery of what they do out there. And so my hat's off to them for what they do when they come to Talladega.
Casey, you got a follow-up with that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's kind of undeniable that Talladega is always exciting, for either reason. Either there's amazing incidents and crazy stuff going on, or there's always very, very, very close finishes. I don't think we ever leave Talladega disappointed with the result or the way that you see these cars come across the start-finish line. So it's an exciting event. Like you said, from a driver's standpoint, it can be really exciting or really dismal. But I think that's kind of the drama that is Talladega. And at the end of the day, we hope to be on the good side of it.
Follow-up by Kenny.
Yeah, and for Casey, your name's obviously popped up a lot here recently and next year and how things are shaking out. Can you kind of address that? Tell us what your plans are for next season.
Not at the moment. I mean, right now we're just focused on what we've talked about at the beginning of the season, and focus on the remainder of this year first and foremost. And as I know more, we can talk about it. But right now, just focused on getting through this weekend. Yep.
Questions? One over here, I can't see, over here on the far right.
LeeSpencerMotorsport.com. For Patrick, can you talk about what your relationship's going to be on the team side next year? Do you all intend to stay with Germain Racing, and if so, for how many races?
Sure. As of right now, we're contracted through 2018, so that's where we stand right now, and we plan to be a part of Germain Racing for that period of time.
Questions?